The following may contain some dry humor and a couple of swear words. Who am I kidding? It's completely fucked in the head. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. I am Nigel Smith, and as the teleprompter did say, if you do not like this, you can, as the non-English would say, suck on it. I know that's not official BBC news reporting, however, I still stick by my claims. What? I'm getting a news feed that if I do not take this back, I am indeed going to get fired. I take it back then. Yes, I do. My job is the most important thing to me in the world, besides all the free nookie that comes with it. So, on to our stories. Man held over prostitute murders. A 37-year-old man, Thomas Stevens, was arrested by police at his home in Trimley, St. Martin, near Felixstowe. He's being held on suspicion of murdering prostitutes Gemma Adams and Nellie Adderton, Tanya Nicole, Paula Clennell, and Annette Nichols. Apparently, he killed the 5 prostitutes because he was a little broke and wanted to get free sex. Well, my advice to you, if you ever get out of this legal jam, is next time, go to a club. You can get it for free if they're drunk enough. Right. It was believed that one of them had been asphyxiated, but a post-mortem examination proved inconclusive, proving once again that our police officers are very incompetent. On Monday, they were unable to confirm that Mr. Stevens would be questioned about Miss Hall's murder. One of the people that was murdered. So they claim. The Association of Police Officers say the number of officers deployed from the forces outside Suffolk under the control of the Police National Information and Coordination Centre was the biggest ever for a murder inquiry. In total, 36 forces have sent 412 detectives, uniform officers, and police staff, thus confirming that the police department loves to do overkill on public relations cases, as they really have nothing better to do. Right. Another story. On to the meat and potatoes here. UK are hooked on essential gadgets. British consumers will buy around 30 million electrical and electronic items over the coming 6 months, according to the Energy Survey Trust. Its research shows many Britons regard items such as cordless phones and electric toothbrushes as essential. Electric consumption by consumer gadgets is expected to almost double over the next 5 years, which really confirms one of 2 things. The first being, where would Britain be without our internet pornography? And the second being that, well, quite frankly, what we are deeming essential is draining the third world of potential food. But they can bugger off because our technological needs are definitely superior to their need to eat. Get a bloody job, why don't you? Right on. Party's eye surprise election. Labour's rivals are eyeing the possibility of a snap general election when Tony Blair steps down next year. The Liberal Democrats have reshuffled their front bench and appointed a manifesto chairman to put them on an election footing. They believe that there could be an election as early as October 2007. Tory leader David Cameron said voters would be given the chance to vote on the new Labour Prime Minister as soon as reasonably possible. Yes, you heard it. They believe that there's going to be an election as early as 2007. Yes, and I used to believe in the Tooth Fairy, but it doesn't necessarily mean that either claim is true. In fact, considering the grip that Tony Blair has on the testicles, or the castrated remains of Britain, makes it kind of sure that he's going to remain in government. No, either that or the fact that George W. Bush seems to like him for kissing his ass and being his little lapdog. Another one. Fishing leaders prepare for talks. Fishing leaders and politicians will bid to stop what has been called the worst ever threat to the white fish industry during talks in Brussels. The European Commission wants to cut the number of days Scottish vessels can spend at sea by a quarter. Trawlers may only be allowed to work for 2.5 days each week. Fishery Minister Ross Finney said huge efforts were already made by the fishermen should count in the favour of in the critical talks on Tuesday. Scottish Fishermen's Federation said the plan made no sense because many stocks are in robust health. The talks will decide the permitted days at sea for most vessels fishing white fish. Now, they want to cut off the fishing industry in Scotland. Well, what's next? Telling them they can't drink much scotch anymore? Or even yet, telling them that they can't wear those girly skirts? Well, the thing is, Scottish people will take it very seriously. Oh yes, it's coming in. In a related story, Scotsmen everywhere say, "Up yours, we're going to fish whenever the bloody hell we want, and you can take our rights over our dead goddamn bodies." And also, the European Commission is now planning to bomb them. Yes, with our scheme leader George W. Bush's help. Although, last time I checked he was not in the European Union. Well, I guess he got an honorary membership from Tony Blair. Indeed. Well, that's the way that the BBC saw the world this week. I'm Nigel Smith, and word has just come in, they might be canning me. Well, fuck you then. I'm not going to take this shit, and I'm going to your homes and firebombing you. Oh, great. I get to keep my job pending charges. Good evening.